Hey y'all, welcome to the What to Sell channel, and welcome to another Eclectic review. I'm the Eclectic Blerd, and today we're going to be doing an eclectic review on Stranger Things, Chapter 3, entitled Holly Jolly. But before we begin, why don't you give this channel a subscribe and a like so you can be jolly along with me being jolly? And we can kind of leave comments in the comment section of this video, and we can interact about what we're talking about. And so, this show has really piqued my interest. Why it's so much who, when, where, and how's going on, and I'm just loving the kind of mystery part of it. It's a lot of sci-fi starting to happen in it. But I'm still watching it even through some of the things that are going through there. And it just, I think it's the mystery point of it and kind of the development of the characters through these 3 episodes has really kind of drawn me all the way in. Overall review, thoughts of the show, love it, but ooh, no. You'll know why I said that, because of the ending. It really got me like, no. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You know what? Let me just say it. They found Will's body. Man, bro, they found Will's body. They better be putting a swerve on, because I was like, no way. You kept off one of the Goonies already. No. They can't be going on, bruh. But let's go all the way back to the beginning now. That just was how I felt at the end of the show, man. I was like, nah, man, you didn't do that. And the reason I was saying it was the opening scene was Barb. I don't know, she looked like she was at the pool, but it looked funny. And when they showed the pool, she wasn't there. So I was just like, I wonder what's going on with that. But, so as she climbed out and got to the top, something grabbed her and pulled her back in. And at the same time, they showing scenes of Nancy and her little boyfriend getting a freak on and whatever. But she got pulled all the way in, then the Stranger Things logo came on. And like I said last video, you done, Barb. I hate it for you, but you done. So we come back to present time. I just start with Nancy and her little journey in this episode. So Nancy started feeling some kind of way after the incident. Maybe the alcohol started wearing off, or maybe she just felt bad. I don't know. But she basically put on a pullover and went home that night. And he just kind of talking crazy to the mama, like, I'm all right, I don't want to talk about it. Left the guy without even talking to him. The next morning when she went to school, she was walking through like everybody was talking about her. And he was like, you all right? She's like, I had fun. But she still was feeling some kind of way. Then all of a sudden, where my girl Barb at? I ain't seen Barb all day. I can't eat lunch with her. I can't do this with her. Where my girl Barb at? And so Barb is nowhere to be found. She's asking classmates. She's calling Barb's mom like, hey, Barb, come home. She's like, no. And she's like, oh, wait, no. Don't worry about it. Maybe she's at the library like she's supposed to be. When she knew she couldn't find Barb. She went to the car where they parked it at, and it was still in the same spot. So she was starting to worry that something happened to Barb, because remember, at this point, people were scared to allow their children out at night because of what happened to Will. With the disappearance of Will, right? So all that's going on. In the middle of all that, man, her little boyfriend friends are, those type of people I hated. I hated in school. You know, they're just buttholes, right? They just do and say what they want because they think they can do and say what they want without consequences. It's just bothersome. They're bothersome, period. Then one of their friends saw Jonathan developing pictures, which included pictures of when they were out at the pool from the previous episode. So then a later scene, here they come, grabbing his bag because the old girl went and said, oh, he took pictures of y'all at the pool. So he went in there and basically dropped his camera and broke it and tore up the pictures. And it was like, dude, we just took it, which is fine. He took it. He's just going through because of his brother. But then, old Nance, she saw a picture of Barb on there at the pool. So she looked like she was picking up pictures of herself, but she wasn't. She was picking up pictures of Barb because they had tore him up and left. And you know, where they call him stalker and all that other good stuff, right? So after all that went down, Nance reached the point where she can't find him and went to the mom and said, Nancy's disappeared too. And so she cried in her arms. Now, let's get back to Joyce, which is Will and Jonathan's mother. Man, she looked like she's going crazy to everybody in town. I'm feeling for her. They're just, man, I can only imagine what she's going through, but she looked like she's going completely nuts. So Jonathan gets up like, Mom, what are you doing? And the little light bulb said, look. And she's like, no, you need to get some sleep. And she's crying like, okay. And next thing you know, she pulls out the Christmas stuff. Puts out all the Christmas light up, but it wasn't enough for the whole house. So she goes to the store and buys up, I don't know, enough for 2 houses worth of lights. The person about to say something, she's like, look, I ain't got time for it. Just check me out so I can get these lights home. So she get them up and hang all the lights up. Get under a cabinet that holds lights in her hand and says, Will, if you're here, blink once for yes and 2 for no. She said, are you here? And the lights blink once. He said, are you safe? And the lights blinked twice, and she was really like, oh no. And he's like, talk to me and stop bleeding. And she was kind of rocking back and forth. And I'm like, oh, we joyful. And she gonna end up in a nut house if she don't get herself together, man. So at that point, she went and painted letters over some lights, which is very smart, by the way. If she really believes that Will is talking to her through that, which I believe as well, because it feels like it. And if you're doing that, if Will is actually talking to her, that's a good way to Morse code it, right? So she does all of that. So the next thing you know, she says, where are you? And the lights blink right here. And she's like, but I can't see you. I can't see you. What's going on? What you want me to do? And then he puts, are you in? Run, of course, the music changed. And so they'll run, and then that thing started, I think they call it Demogorgon or something, busted through the wall. Oh my gosh, he takes off running, right? Runs into Jonathan's arms. Now, let's back up. We got to get back to the remaining Goonies, right? Which is Lucas, Dustin, Mike, and of course, Elle's a part of the group now. So they're talking about, we got to go out and look for Will. Elle know where he at. And they tell Elle, hey, I'll be back at 3:15. And so Mike gives Elle the watch and tells her at 3:15, go to the place behind our house and meet us. So when everybody leaves, Elle looks around and sees stuff. She looks at Barb like she saw Barb before. I'm like, how she saw Barb? That was just, she was gone before Barb even disappeared. But apparently, maybe she saw him, maybe she didn't. But you know, she was in her sister's room, just kind of looking at, I guess, female things. And then she looks at a Coke commercial and goes back into one of her memories where she crushed a Coke can. And then when she went out to go and meet the boys, she saw a cat and had a memory where a cat was coming at her in a cage, and she I think she killed the cat. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I think she killed the cat. And then all kind of stuff that was dragging her back into the room, and she didn't want to go this time. So she basically used her mind and threw one of the person against the wall and snapped the other person's neck. So then the person that she called father went in there, hugged her, picked up and walked her out the place like nothing happened. Out the little small room. And I'm thinking, what the crap y'all doing to this little girl? Oh my God. She don't know nothing in the real world. And y'all putting her through tests like she's an animal almost. It's just so unbelievable. And like I said, she knows nothing about being a kid. She knows nothing about the real world. All she's ever known was being inside of wherever place that she was at. And my guess is she was in that Hawkins place because that's where they saw the cloth from her hospital gown. So now all that's went on. The boys were there, and Lucas was telling Mike, "Oh, you just in love with her," teasing about that. But I'm starting to think Lucas got a problem with Elle, and I'm not sure what it is. It's almost like he just don't want no girl in the group because they don't know her well, and Mike just accepted her without even thinking about it, and that's bothering Lucas on the inside. Maybe it's just weird, but just thinking of dynamics of friends, how you just let somebody in without even getting to know them. But I digress. So then they come against the bullies, and the bullies trip Mike and, look like almost chipped his tooth, but they found the rock that they were looking for. And so then they come meet Elle, and then they're like, "You okay?" They're like, yeah. So she gets on the bike with Mike, and they kind of ride off. And they're talking about it, and she's just saying, "Oh, just tell the truth next time with me. We're friends." So she's really trying to grasp the concept of what it means to really be a friend with somebody. And that's in general, it's with Mike, because Mike is the person that's teaching her that friends don't lie, and friends tell the truth, and friends are there for each other. And so she's trying to grasp that overall concept right now. Now, all that's going on, right? They go to Will's house, and they're like, "This way he lived, this way he disappeared." And she's like, "No, this is it. This is where he at." And they're like, No, he disappeared." And so now they're arguing, and Lucas like, "I told you." And Dustin like, "I know y'all didn't do this." And so, Mike like, be quiet. And next thing you know, the police speed by. And Dustin like, "Look." So they all get on their bikes and ride off, right? Pull out the body. It's Will. Oh, I'm still, no, nah, y'all ain't doing it. It better be a swerve. Y'all not killing off one of the Goonies before we even get to know what the Goonie like. But, it is what it is, man. Oh, for you all that don't follow this channel and haven't seen the first 2 episode reviews, chapter reviews on this channel, I've actually called the main characters with the Goonies, right? Because this is like a supernatural Goonie kind of show. That's what I called it before I started it. Well, not before I started, but episode 1. And so I'm just going to keep that thing going. Whether it's right or wrong, it makes it an easier explanation for me to give you guys. But they go, and then that's that. And during all this, the sheriff, and I don't know, I think his name Hopper, maybe? The sheriff is actually sheriffing, actually doing police stuff. So they go, remember they found the thing that went to the Hawkins laboratory. So they go trying to get in Hawkins, and the guy like, "You ain't getting in, bro." And they're like, "Look, everybody after me right now. The press, the mother, the mayor. I know he's not in here. Just let me in for 10 minutes so I know he's not in here." So he calls somebody, they let him in, and they're looking around, and they're like, "Oh, ain't no kid gonna fit through there. There's no way that guy in," because they found the other end of the little pipe. They're like, "No way a kid gonna get through there." The camera would have caught it all. And then he realized he said something he shouldn't have. And the sheriff was like, hey, camera, bro, you guys can I see the footage? They're like, sure. Let's show the footage from that night. And they're like, oh, okay, so they leave. But before they leave all the way, while they're at the truck, they're like, man, bro, what was wrong with that? It was pouring the night Will disappeared, and that video had no rain on it. We don't know what's going on over here, whether they're involved, but they lying to us, bro. So they get in, and then they go to the library, start looking up all the stuff on this Hawkins lab and thinking that the main guy that's running the lab doing some pretty bad stuff and getting sued. One of the mothers in the paper, like they stole my child to do telekinesis stuff with them and all this other stuff. And so the other sheriff, the other policeman was like, man, I don't know about all that, but like, you're not seeing how horrible this is? We saw a gown like this, we tore. You don't think something weird going on? You're like, I don't know. And then somebody called and like, hey, the sheriff, they're like, hey, this Hopper. So when that happened, I thought that they found out about Barb being missing, because that scene happened, that calling the sheriff happened right after Nancy went home and started crying and saying Barb's missing. They speed off, and then it goes to the other scene where it's Will's body getting pulled out the water. I still can't believe that's what happened. But that's what happened. That is what happened. So now I'm really waiting to see what happened in the next episode, because I gotta, it is so much to unpack with what's going on. We gotta know. I guess Will is dead. We gotta deal with that concept. I still don't believe it, but Will's dead. The sheriff look like he's finding out stuff that he shouldn't be finding out, and how they gonna handle that? If who's talking to Joyce if it's not Will? Will just got to talking to Joyce for apparently his body. Whatever. That's an impossibility. One of these things not true. Either somebody else is talking to Joyce through the lights, and it appears to be Will because but maybe it could be somebody else from wherever they are, or it's Will, one or the other. And so all that's going on, but we do know, it's a monster in the mist, and that it goes to a place, and it takes people to a place where they can't escape. So that is basically what's going on. And so I need to figure out what's that place is from the show and what's happening with those people. And is Mike gonna be okay? Because he was so distraught when he found out Will was dead. Will must have been his homie even before the other two, maybe, I don't know, but he was distraught. But that's kind of the synopsis of that episode. Like I said, I'm really loving this show. I'm loving the intertwangled of lives and how all that's going on. I can't believe they killed off so many characters so early in the show. But I know I'm late watching this, but hey, I'm doing it now, so don't hate. Again, I just want to thank y'all for listening to this Eclectic review. Again, if you want to become one of my Eclectics, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave comments about what you thought I said, and if you have any comments, but please don't spoil nothing for me in the next few episodes. And so, also, if you want to, talk to me about this or any other thing that I might be watching that I'm not doing an Eclectic review on, you can follow me on Twitter at Blerd Eclectic. You can follow me on Instagram at _Eclectic_Blerd. Or you can follow this channel on Facebook at What the Soul. Again, I thank y'all for coming to this Eclectic review. I'm loving the show. I just finished WandaVision as well, so you can watch that last review as well from episode 9. And until next time, I'm out.